Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we have a brand profile. We are going to be doing a full face of makeup by the brand Ciele. We're going to talk about the brand and try on a whole plethora of their products to get this very wearable, minimal look that is so very me. And we're going to talk about that and look at all of these products today. I am so happy to have you here. Don't forget that you can also follow my content on TikTok, Instagram, and on Threads. But we have a lot to do here. I will indeed do my copious amounts of timestamps down below in both the description bar and below this video. So if you're in a hurry, please make use of it. And the one little other product that we're going to be just sneaking in just for fun, because there was no Ciele lip product, pay attention also, and I'll timestamp it, for Laneige, which has introduced new shades of its Lip Glowy Balm, 2 new shades to be specific. And we will also talk about that today, but I'm just kind of sneaking that in for fun. The majority of this video is devoted to the brand Ciele. This is something suggested by you guys. There are 3 different brands, Fit Glow, and there's another one that you guys keep asking me about over and over and over again. And because I'm very connected to the community here, I definitely make note of it. And if I haven't tried a brand, like I said, Fit Glow, and then there was another one too, and this Ciele, that I realized I just got to delve into. Of course, I know about Ciele. It's a really interesting brand. If you are a fan, you are probably already a devotee. But if not, let me introduce you to them. Ciele calls itself high performance color or makeup meets protection. It is the brainchild of Los Angeles-based makeup artist Nikki. And you guys have probably heard of Nikki. She worked with Bare Minerals. She was the artist in residence at Bobbi Brown. She studied under Stila and the Bobbi Brown brand and Ciele Beauty even. And of course, most of us know her from when she was the CEO over at Rowan Beauty. What Nikki decided to do was create makeup and skincare, but really makeup and sun care, or SPF. And we see this. We see lines dip their toes into it. And we see a brand like Supergoop, which isn't my favorite, that tries to do a lot of tries to do SPF and start to do a little bit of makeup. But what Nikki did was she approached this to make makeup and SPF skincare. And because of that, she used mineral sunscreen. Interestingly enough, mineral sunscreen isn't generally used in makeup all the time. Chemical sunscreen is used because it's also a thickening agent, and it just kind of works better. Mineral sunscreen, it's tough to make it not have some sort of a flashback in photos and whatnot. But Ciele, this is all really, really high 50 plus, 30 plus SPF, and it's all mineral, and it's skincare based. So they really studied it to make sure this doesn't cause acne, which, as you guys know, joking aside, is my problem with brands like Supergoop. I get a lot of breakouts, and you guys tell me the same thing. So she really wanted to concentrate on making this good for your skin, protection from the sun. She lives in Los Angeles like I do. It's always sunny and hot here, which sounds like a stupid complaint, but it's true. The sun is not our friend. But also to make this so it's not going to make you break out, not going to flashback, and it's going to be beautiful. And let me just tell you, everyone says, Rebecca, wait till the end to tell people. Well, I am going to wait till the end with all of my really kind of final thoughts on this. But let me just say initially, I am very impressed. We are in the middle of a wear test right now. I have come back in to film the intro. So let me tell you what we're going to be working with today. I did mention the Laneige product. That's just a little one on the side for fun. But the big ones from Ciele that we're going to be looking at are the Tint and Protect SPF 50 Plus Tinted Serum Foundation. This little guy comes in 13 shades and is $44. I got the 04 shade, the light medium shade. I am wearing it now and it works perfectly. This is, as I said, a serum foundation. It is a natural finish mineral sunscreen, as I said, medium coverage. It's made to brighten the skin while giving UVA, UVB, blue light, infrared, and radiation protection, which is really interesting. It is a typical serum foundation. It is recyclable. You got to shake it well like you would with any serum foundation because they're kind of thin in consistency. It's got a beautiful bottle. glass bottle. The top pops off, which is actually really nice. It does have an eyedropper for application, but don't fear, it is not messy at all. Most eyedroppers get really messy and they can drip down. You really have to unscrew it. Well, you're going to shake it up first, of course. And then when you press the eyedropper, yes, it doesn't have, it has this kind of a, it looks like it'd be a mess, but it's actually not. It goes in there and closes really tightly, and then the cap over it. Very impressed actually with the packaging of this in the eyedropper. I think it's very nice. We're also going to look at the Filter and Protect SPF 30 Plus finishing and setting powder. It can work as both. All of these are fragrance free. This is 30 plus. These have really nice expiration dates. The Serum skin tint was like 24 months. I think this one's 12 months, but most of them are about 24 months, which is really nice. And we're going to use this today. It's a beautiful powder. We are going to use it mostly for setting because it's kind of a natural finish. And I like a little bit more luminosity in my finishing powder over everything, but you can use this as both. It again, really nice, classy packaging. It has a netting. Well, it has a little powder puff, which I tend not to use the powder puffs, but it does have one. And then it has a net in there. Some of you might not like that. I don't mind the net. I kind of like it. I have the House Labs setting powder that I really like that also has the net. Some of you didn't love that. You found it a bit messy, but it doesn't bother me. So that is there. And then we're going to also try something, two new things actually. We have the brand new Sculpt and Protect SPF 30 Plus Bronzing Contour Stick, which we're just going to kind of bronzer with. I got the shade medium, but it comes in 4 shades, and this is a new product. It rolls up like that and is a contour stick. Kind of looks a little bit like the newer one from Victoria Beckham Beauty. That is 4 shades, 24 months. None of these have any sort of a weird smell. A lot of people ask me about SPF and scent, and these don't have any kind of a weird scent to them. The powder has a little bit of a powder scent to it, but I don't find that bad. That's a beautiful one. And then, speaking of new, I picked a shade that wasn't new because I like the shade and it's all new to me. But we're going to talk about the Blush and Protect SPF 50 or SPF Plus 50 liquid blush. This comes in 6 shades. It used to only come in 4. 2 of those shades are new. I picked an older shade, but it's new to me, called Kristy. This is a mineral sunscreen as well, of course, and a natural finish. I just like that it was kind of a natural nude shade, and we're going to put some of this on the eyes as well. Really excited to try this out, and I'm really pretty seriously impressed. So I'm very, very glad to try it. And right now it's still kind of a small little collection, but they are at Sephora. So, with that Sephora sale coming up, I do have a Sephora sale rec video, but with that Sephora sale coming up, I thought it would be fun to talk about it and show you just kind of how it works. So what I want to do, we're in the middle of a wear test here, but when we come back, I'm going to go right now, come back, and you're going to see me demo all this, and we'll try it all on and talk about how it works and apply it together, and then we'll let the wear test roll on. If you have yet to subscribe to this channel, I would love for you to, as it really helps me out. So please click that subscribe button, or make sure you are still subscribed. Sometimes YouTube, in error, unsubscribes people. I hate it. So just make sure that you are still subscribed. And let's go ahead to the demo right now. Let's dive in here. I have nothing on my face except morning skincare, and the day has slipped away from me a little bit, so it is much later and it is all absorbed. We have nothing else on, and we are going to start here with our Tint and Protect SPF 50 Tinted Serum Foundation. Okay, we've got 13 shades, and I am the 04 Light Medium, shaking it up as instructed. Really nice bottle. I mean, this just snaps on and comes off. And we are going to take out our little, let me shake it up again, probably settled there. Take out our little eyedropper and 3 or 4 little drops here. I'm putting them on the back of my hand. You can put it directly on your skin. Now I can put this on my skin. I can put it on the brush. I have a lot of options. Let's use a little bit of a brush here, and we'll do one side of the face and then the other. I'm putting a little bit more concentrated onto that redness that I tend to get on my cheeks. I hope it's because it's cold out, but I think it's a little bit of Mrs. Claus syndrome, like I should be serving cookies at a Christmas party or something. I've got these red, rosy cheeks lately. All right, good job on the color choice, Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. And now, I should thank my staff, right? Okay. And let's see if we need to build that at all. Oh, nice coverage. Now, so many times you guys say to me that mineral sunscreen has a little bit of a scent to it. You tell me sunscreen in products has a bit of a scent. Let's see. Nothing that I smell that irritates me, to be honest, so no, I'm not getting that. Certainly it doesn't include fragrance. That they're make a big point of that. Okay, no concealer or anything is on. What do you guys think? So this side has, 3 drops, not even 4. I used it all up though. Of the Ciele Serum Foundation. And this, of course, just the morning skincare. It's not the morning anymore. Should we build it up a little bit just to see? Okay, let's build it up a little bit just to see. I'm very pleased with that natural finish. So, there we go. Seems like it would be a super messy applicator, but actually it is not. The way they've packaged it is nice and tight there, and don't be put off by that. It actually seals really nicely and isn't drippy or messy. I'm surprised, but it is not. This is a really nice product. All right, running it down a little bit, although I did a good job on the shade choice, I think. And I'm loving this natural finish. I'm going ahead and putting it on the lids as well. We'll put a little bit of their bronzer and maybe their blush on there too in a moment. Okay, so there's 2 layers on one side of my face. What do you think? Pretty nice, huh? Okay, I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit through it, and shake this up and put 2 layers worth on this side of the face, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's all finished. Okay, stay right there. Okay, don't worry, I will wash my hands because I do like to use the warmth of my hands to just kind of make sure that all of the product is in place. This is a Sonia G Fusion brush if anyone is playing along at home and wanted to know. Make sure it's in at the hairline. Well, what do you think? Okay, let's not add any sort of concealer or anything. Let's see if I have to... Actually, I don't know. Actually, I kind of used it on the lids a little bit. I do that often with whatever's on the brush from a foundation. And I'm trying to get some in there in the inner eye. I actually think it covered things nicely. So let's just devote it to Ciele and let's not, put any sort of extra on there. Okay, how about this? Before I go, I'm going to go and put on some mascara and stuff, but before I do, let's go ahead and powder this. Now this is a finishing or setting powder, but since it's just kind of translucent and natural shade and doesn't have any sort of luminosity to it, I like that more as a setting powder. And again, setting is just over complexion products. Finishing is over the whole deal, and I like to buff that in. I do have this product on this cute little puff here, but I think instead I'm going to use a little bit of a fluffy, again, Sonia G brush, and I'm going to mostly get most of this off here. I made a mess when I took off the little peel. I'm just going to set under the eyes. This does have a smell to it, actually. It's not a stinky smell. It's kind of a powdery smell. Nothing gross, though. Almost a flowery smell? No, not a floral flower, but like a baking flower. Okay. Let's get that set. Usually you'd say, oh, Rebecca, usually when you test out a foundation or a skin tint, you won't powder it. Yes, but this is a brand spotlight. These aren't new products as such. And I wanted to see how the powder worked. Okay, and I'm going to powder around the nose because that's what I do. This is a nice powder. A little bit of a messy netting. A lot of you guys don't like that. It doesn't bother me. But a lot of you don't like that. I actually enjoy a nice loose powder, but I don't travel with powder. Now, what I mean is, I'm going to powder this T-zone. It's looking a little shiny. A lot of you guys do have such a shiny T-zone that you need to powder on the go, and I can understand why a loose powder wouldn't be your choice. Okay. All right, so I took off some of the shine. Where we don't want shine, I think that actually did a lovely job. Very pretty powder. And I picked a, for me, pretty much translucent shade. All right, really nice. Let me cover that up. I'm going to go get on just a little bit of mascara and do my eyebrows. And then we're going to come back and try out this kind of bronzing or contour stick, the blush, and give a little bit of a nod to the new Laneige shades in their glowy lip balm. So stay right there. Okay. So I went off camera to do my brows, put on a little mascara, and I figured I might as well just do some errands and let's give this a little bit of a start to the wear test. So we're about 2 hours in, you guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful serum foundation. I'm quite pleased, and I'm getting to be such a picky lady about this stuff. I review so many Skin Tints foundations, tinted moisturizers, tinted SPF, which I suppose this is, that I'm really kind of getting mean. And this is beautiful. So I don't have any concealer. I did use a little bit of the powder under the eyes, and it's beautiful. It's been 2 hours. It's not settling in. My pores are greatly reduced right here. It's a very, very true to form, natural finish so far. I powdered those little areas that looked a tad bit shiny just naturally, maybe from the skincare, and they have stayed. I don't have oily skin. Of course, I have very normal skin, but everything is just looking absolutely beautiful and so natural and soft. The areas I didn't powder are not feeling sticky. This is a beautiful foundation, and I love the fact that it is a mineral sunscreen. Now, again, what I didn't say, and what you might be dying to say in the comments, is that yes, it's 50 plus, but I would have had to use a lot more of it than that to get all 50, and I would agree with you there, but I'm still getting, quite a nice bit. I added 2 layers on, and there's a little bit in the powder, which is kind of nice to have a little bit more protection around the eyes. So I kind of get where they're going with this, actually. So let's go ahead and contour, or not contour, I really don't. I kind of bronzer, and let's blush. But first I want to give a quick nod, because there was no lip product to use here. I went ahead and grabbed, Laneige has this lip glowy balm. They have 4 shades now, 2 new shades, and they're only $19. But with the Sephora sale coming up, I thought we would give it a little plug. This is one of the older shades, although I just bought a new one. And this is the Gummy Bear flavor scent. You're not going to eat it, so flavor's a weird term. But they do have 2 new ones. I think one of them was vanilla, which I was interested in getting, but I thought it maybe wouldn't show. I wanted to have a little color. This is pretty with a lip liner too. This is one I've had before, and I went through it, so I thought we'd just kind of use it. And I would remind you that these exist. They're very nice. And this Gummy Bear is a really nice scent. I thought we would keep things a little bit natural and add in a little bit of a glow, just to keep in mind, and I'll link this below, that these are available now. And they're just really nice, and they have a nice scent to them. And Laneige is really nice lip products. I've always liked them. So I thought I would just give a little nod to that. And we would wear that. Would maybe be a little prettier with a liner, but it's still a really nice kind of no makeup look with a serum foundation. Okay. So let's go here. Now that we are done with the complexion portion and it's holding up for a few hours, we're going to continue our wear test. But we are going to add our Sculpt and Protect SPF 30 Bronzing Contour Stick. This is very new. This is the shade Medium. And it rolls up. It's just a little contouring stick. It comes in 4 shades. It's also mineral sunscreen and natural finish. As I said, I don't contour. I do kind of bronzer, really. There's a few ways to do this. You can, it's a contour stick, so pretty much you would contour with it. But I think I might try. Yeah, I'm going to. I'm just going to paint. This is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzing brush, and because I bronze and I don't really, I'm going to go ahead and just paint the brush with it and do it that way and just warm the skin. But you're free to go to town however you want. So I'm going to add it in around the hairline there. I'll blend a little better. And all around the face, down here onto the cheeks. Let's blend that out a little bit. I started there. Well, that's a nice shade. And I'm going onto the cheeks a little bit and all around the face. I didn't put too much down here. I didn't want to look like I had a beard or something. But I just wanted to warm up the face with it. And it also adds a little bit of, it just kind of adds a little bit more sun protection too. In California, this feels really important if you live in California, Florida, or a country that's really, really warm. Although the sun is a beast and doesn't like any of us no matter where we are. And I'm going to take this, we had the Sonia G brush here, the Fusion brush. I'm going to put a little bit of it on there too and actually just run it into the crease of my hooded eye. This is what you can do here. If you just brought a little bit of makeup with you, you could still give yourself a really nicely finished look. And if you wanted to contour with this, it's just kind of a cool enough shade that that would work really well. It just kind of gives me a much more finished look for the rest of my day and the rest of this wear test. That's a pretty product. And that one is a new one from Ciele. Okay, how about our blush? Now this blush has 6 shades now. 2 of them are new. New to me is this shade Kristy, which I picked up. Also mineral sunscreen, also natural finish. But there are, if you love these already and you had the previous 4, or have experience with the previous 4, there are 2 new shades. This is an SPF 50+. I just thought this was really pretty. I think it was described as kind of a nude, neutral shade. I kind of like that idea. Okay, so let's see what we got here. And you can do this with fingers or with a brush. Let's just put that there. And maybe I'll go in with that brush we used our foundation with. But you could also blend this with your fingers or a sponge. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted it to be. I was really looking for a really natural look. And again, it's building up that sunscreen on my face. Super impressed so far with this line, guys. Super impressed. And this is really just kind of my kind of look. This is a very, very just everyday makeup. Really simple. Now remember that we could also, if we wanted to, use that finishing powder that we used as, or use that setting powder, I should say. We used it as setting powder. But we could finish with it if you wanted to go over the whole face with it. It's for that as well. I just prefer my finishing powder to have a bit more luminosity. Not a problem with the product, but just preference. Oh, that's really pretty. Isn't that nice? And we're going to let this run a little longer, but you know what I want to do? Since I have this here, I have a little bit of it on the back of my hand that I swatched for you guys. I just want to put a little bit of it in the eye. This is not, I haven't checked if this is condoned by the brand, so don't quote them on this. I'm willing to take the chance. Okay. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Let's let this run just a few more hours. I'll film the intro in the meantime, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about where we're at with this. What do you think? Hello, it is 3 hours later. It's been, it's been 6 hours now total, actually. My math was off there. I have reapplied this pretty little Laneige lip balm, but I haven't touched anything else, so let's see how we have done. Agreed, it's not 10 hours worth of wear, but this is when I got to film. And a little later in this video, because I'm editing tomorrow, I'll put down below how it lasts after that. But let's check in at 6 hours, okay? Beautiful, still not creasing around the nose. Still absolutely beautifully blurring any sort of pores. Powder is working beautifully under the eye. Super duper duper impressive. Really, truly impressive. And I love the fact that it's mineral sunscreen. Mostly these products have a 2-year shelf life, which I like too. I always push that shelf life that they state, so when I get 2 years that I can push, it's a lot nicer than the new Dior 6 months to push, wow. And this is very me. Of course, you could do a much more glamorous eye with it. But to me, and I probably would have done a lip liner. I probably would have done a neutral lip liner with this Laneige product I put on my lips. But in all honesty, this everyday kind of very simple, minimal beauty is very me when I'm not on camera. If you just saw me around town, come up and say hi. And this is what I would be wearing. I am crazy impressed with this skin tint. Crazy impressed. This is not just a thumbs up, it's 2 thumbs up. I am a new fan. I appreciate you guys pushing me to try this. There are a few brands that you've been telling me about, so I got to get on that. You guys are always right. This is just an absolute delight. Wow. I'm going to need to put this on my, Sephora. I'm doing a Sephora recommendation video. And I hope I remember, I need to put this on it. What an amazing brand. Well, impressed am I. Color me impressed, however you want to say it. Would you let me know your experience with the brand and what your thoughts were? I mean, obviously I'm still new to it, but I would love to know anything that you have to say and have to add to the conversation. After all, that's what makes us a community, you know? So definitely comment down below and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And let me just tell you, I am crazy impressed with this, and I hope you will be too if you try it. So let me know down below, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.